Well, good afternoon to you. It is an imperfect day, far from the perfect backdrop to a game so highly anticipated, but it is far too special, too important an occasion to be beaten by the elements. There is quite a buzz here. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
There's the whistle. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far, very much so. There's pace and great technique, but the most outstanding quality about him is his maturity, especially when it comes to making the right decisions. That's what sets him apart, for me anyway.
Fabian Ruiz. Zubimendi. Fabian Ruiz. Gets his head on it! And that was very necessary. Messi. Montiel. Otamendi. And here's Morata. McAllister does really well to win the ball there. Tagliafico. Paredes. Messi, now he's off and running. Kubasu, Zubimendi, and the keeper's got it again. The normal. Nico Williams. The normal. Grimaldo. Pedri, played towards the other side. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Yamal in acres of space out wide. That's going to go a long way. Spain have got it back and they'll have another go. Pedri. Zubimendi. Fabian Ruiz. Out towards the flank. In it comes. Climbs up big! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Otamendi aim forwards. McAllister, gently done. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Fabian Ruiz. Grimaldo chooses to go cross-field. Yamal. muscular approach does pay off here. Paredes. Otamendi. Romero. McAllister. Garnacho. Yamal, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Looks to the other side. Nico Williams.
Well, I'm starting to see much more movement off the ball now, Peter, which is obviously a big plus.
And surely more options then for the man on the ball.
Well, you would think so, and I think also we're going to see them just wear their opposition down and force mistakes. They can be quite relentless.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Messi. That's really well manoeuvred. That has been cut short. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Yamal stood his ground strongly. On the volley! Good movement there, but not the best of finishes.
Argentina, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Moved on forwards. Paredes. And it's played forward. Fabian Alvarez has got himself a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And that's a... Alvarez! He's done very well to get to that.
Alvarez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, the clearance is short. Garnacho puts them all in. Pedri. Fabian Ruiz. No goals as yet. Pedri. Nico Williams. Grimaldo. And here's Morata. Yamal. Tagliafico getting this one clear. How Kubasi have it back and can go again. Pedri. Zubimendi. Played out to the right. Pedro Porro. Can he deliver? Yamal. Hangs in across. And claimed it back swiftly. Nico Williams. Subimendi. Fabian Ruiz! Tagliafico. Romero. Oh, good-looking ball. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And he's managed to get free. And he's heaved it away. Tagliafico did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Hit into the middle. Lenormand is there and he can get that clear. Nico Williams. Lenormand shifted upfield. Pedro Porro. Ooh, a delicate chip through. Yamal. Deflected behind for a corner kick. It's really well cleared. And it's Subimendi. And here's Nico Williams. Now it's Alvarez. Tagliafico. McAllister. Romero forwards and with intent. And here's Alvarez.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Pedri. Nico Williams. Subimendi. Yamal. Pedro Porro picks it up now. Fabian Ruiz. So who's he picking out? Cleared away. Garnacho looks to get on the end of this. Pedri. De Paul. Otamendi. Messi. Garnacho. Al-Kubasi is there and he can get that clear. Montiel. And here's Messi. Ooh, played through for the wide man. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Garnacho knocks it out wide, delivered across.
I think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support and the chances gone a begging.
Grimaldo. That's really well manoeuvred. Grimaldo, and he goes cross-field. That's very neat. Caresses it through. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Garnacho, done delicately. Messi, great defending, strong and determined. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Fabian Ruiz. Subimendi. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Deftly away. It's gone for a throw-in. Pedri, here comes the cross. Tagliafico gets it away. And it's Porro. They get a throw-in. Pedri. That's a good ball. Takes a shot! Goal! Spain!
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Spain have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Tagliafico. Garnacho on a charge down the left. Lovely feet. And it's McAllister. Played out wide. Grimaldo can get it clear. And here's Alvarez. Garnacho. Looking for a decent ball in. It's a mighty effort! Could be danger here. De Paul. Messi. And he's gone backward here. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. What a save by David Raya! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Pedro Porro. Moved on forwards. Otamendi gets rid without sophistication. Pedro Porro. Ah, such a clever touch. Cross in, looks like a good one. De Paul shifted upfield. Montiel. Otamendi. And it's played forward.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Subimendi. Kubasi. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Grimaldo. Pedri. Grimaldo. Pedri. Subimendi. And here's Yamal. Played into the middle. Martinez claims it. Safe hands. Pedri. Yamal. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Pedri. Knocks it out wide. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Argentina can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Nico Williams. Grimaldo. Pedri, aim forwards. He is just caressing the ball. Bullish header! That's not going far. Out towards the flank. Crosses it in here. Up he goes! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Otamendi gently done. Romero. Paredes. Otamendi. Otamendi forwards and with intent. Pedro Porro. Grimaldo. Nico Williams. Pedri. Pedri, played over towards the opposite flank. Yamal. Subimendi. And it's played forward. Out of play for a goal kick. That's really well manoeuvred. Otamendi. Paredes. Garnacho. Tagliafico.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Subimendi looks to the other side. The message is clear, none shall pass. And it's Messi. Oh, just skips past his man. Montiel looking to hit the byline here. Tries to get it clear.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Pedri. Nico Williams. The normal. Subimendi. Oh, can he get onto this? Paredes. Montiel. McAllister. Has a look and plays it forward. Subimendi. Fabian Ruiz. Pedri. Pedri shifted upfield. Pedro Porro. Oh, nice touch. Out to the right. Yamal. Cross deflected behind for a corner. And that has been cleared. Fabian Ruiz moved on forwards. Now it's Garnacho. De Paul. And it's Messi. Messi. And the finish! Pau Kubasi, and he goes cross-field. The normal. McAllister. McAllister played out towards the right wing. Short changes him with that pass. That's a nicely shaped ball. Now it's Morata. Martinez, long ball by the goalkeeper. Now it's Messi. Cleared without complication. Montiel. Oh, it's played into the area. Pedri. Argentina still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Yamal, now he's off and running. Alvarez. Now it's Garnacho. Tagliafico.
Argentina really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Fabian Ruiz. McAllister. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Lovely bit of skill. Subimendi. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Kubasi. Lenormand forwards and with intent. Paredes. McAllister. Paredes shifted upfield. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Argentina clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Clearly not happy with that. And here's Alvarez. Tagliafico. Very nicely done. Garnacho. And here's Alvarez! And the ball's come loose here. Fabian Ruiz. Referee's given a throw. Argentina are making a change now. Tagliafico. Garnacho. Well, here is the rate we were told to expect. The referee's awarded a free kick. And here's Garnacho. Dybala. And it's Paredes. And here's the pull. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Montiel wins the duel this time. Montiel did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Messi. De Paul. Plays it out wide. Out of play for a throw. He's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Garnacho. And he's Garnacho! Gets it away. Now it's Yamal. Now it's Morata. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Romero. Messi. Alvarez. Messi. Now who's going to be first to this? Throw it. De Paul, the ball goes, oh, smashing header! Caught offside that time. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Otamendi. Now it's Garnacho. And here's Alvarez. Alvarez. Oh, good spread. Oh, that's nice. There are a few waiting for it. Nice control. Aimed in towards the centre.
Argentina really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And it's Grimaldo.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Dybala. Otamendi. Pedri. Zubimendi. Pedro Porro. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
Spain surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Played out to the right. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. De Paul knocks it out wide.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Romero. Tagliafico. Great defending, strong and determined. Fabian Ruiz. And here's Yamal. And here's Morata.
Spain clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Otamendi. Paredes. Argentina are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves. Argentina really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need. Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Tagliafico.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Subimendi. Fabian Ruiz. Yamal. Kubasi. Pau Kubasi, gently done. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Argentina really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Kubasi. Subimendi. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Fabian Ruiz. Kubasi. And it's Porro. Well-timed, excellent interception. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Paredes. Simeone. Tagliafico. Dybala. Moved on forwards. Tagliafico. Tagliafico looking for a runner.
Argentina really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And it's Porro. Williams. Pedri. Showing good feet. Subimendi. Over to the left. And here's Morata. It's Morata! It's off target and by quite a way. De Paul.
Going nowhere fast is about the only way I can describe this. They've just got to be busier.
That has found him in acres of space. Defending of the desperate variety. And there goes the final whistle. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
It's just a bad day at the office, Peter. They look below par in all areas, and it has to be cause for genuine worry.
So we've reached the end of our coverage for today. Many thanks to Jim Beglin alongside me, and we'll both see you next time. And that gets things running.
There's Lamine Yamal, Peter, the latest Spanish superstar. I'd like to see him get a lot of freedom on that right wing.
And is that his best position?
I'd say so, Peter. With him being left-footed, he can cut inside, but he's such an all-round threat. He has that blistering pace that he can use to beat the best defenders. And it's very difficult to stop him once he starts linking up with others, once he's made that inside run.
Yamal. Pedro Porro. Subimendi. Pedri. And that's a good ball. And the shot! Alvarez. McAllister. Otamendi. Otamendi. Oh, he's fizzed it forward. Pedro Porro. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. Fabian Ruiz. And it's Porro. Oh, such a clever touch. Now then, the ball's come loose. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, terrible pass. And here's Morata. Oh, shooting chance! Across it goes. Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
To the left it goes. Now it's Alvarez. Paredes. McAllister. Romero shifted upfield. Kubasi. Alvarez. McAllister. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Garnacho! Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Spain finding themselves unexpectedly behind. The normal. Kubasi. The normal. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Fabian Ruiz. Zubimendi. Pedro Porro tries across. That was very necessary. Fabian Ruiz. And here's Yamal. Gets his head on it! Oh, it's come loose. He can get that clear. And it's Ruiz. And here's Morata. It's Morata! Struck first time. Cleared without complication. Played out wide. Looking for a decent ball in.
Spain definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
Fabian Ruiz.
Well, I'm starting to see much more movement off the ball now, Peter, which is obviously a big plus.
And surely more options then for the man on the ball.
Well, you would think so, and I think also we're going to see them just wear their opposition down and force mistakes. They can be quite relentless.
Zubimendi. That's really well manoeuvred. Yamal. Zubimendi. That is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Tagliafico. Paredes. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. McAllister. Oh, can he get onto this? Now that's well seen too. Nico Williams. Now it's Yamal. Fabian Ruiz. That's really well cleared. Yamal played out towards the right wing. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Looking to go deep. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Montiel. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Pedri. Now it's Yamal. Fabian Ruiz. This might goes for a shot! Oh, the ball's it's fallen kindly here! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Messi. In with the challenge. The normal. Now it's Garnacho. That is very well defended. Zubimendi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. De Paul. Otamendi. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Grimaldo, aim forwards. Williams. Now who's going to be first to this? That's a little off target. Zubimendi. Pedro Porro. Zubimendi. And here's Morata. Shoots! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
And it's Messi. And here's the Paul. Messi. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And that has been cleared. McAllister. Tries a shot! Just sails past the upright.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
Tagliafico does really well to win the ball there. Otamendi. Calmly anticipates. Kubasi. Grimaldo. The normal. Yamal looks to get on the end of this. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. And it's Ruiz. Zubimendi. Pedro Porro. Now it's Yamal. Yamal's cross. That has been knocked clear. Messi gently done. Zubimendi. The normal. Nico Williams. Zubimendi. Tagliafico gets rid without sophistication. The normal. Zubimendi. Grimaldo looks to the other side. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. And here's Yamal. Otamendi with the clearance. Subimendi. Great work on the overlap. Too much on that, it's gone out. Moved on forwards. Garnacho takes a look up. Garnacho. Ball is over the line. And the ball is out of play. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Montiel. McAllister, who does have an assist to his name. Montiel. Messi. And they've got rid. So what can they make of this? And it's Morata. And here's Yamal. Pedro Porro, and that's aimed into the middle. Montiel. Messi. De Paul. Picks it up out wide. So who's he picking out? Messi. It's a mighty effort! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Grimaldo. Argentina, half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Romero. Montiel. Messi. Montiel. And it's Messi. And here's Garnacho. Alvarez. Brilliantly cut out. Romero. Paredes. De Paul. Pedro Porro producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Pedri. And here's Nico Williams. Now it's Yamal. And he's away. Decent chance! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And it's played forward. Otamendi. De Paul. McAllister forwards and with intent. That's really well manoeuvred. Morata. Might be danger here. Fabian Ruiz. Pedri. Oh, what a ball! Williams!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Moved on forwards. De Paul. Otamendi. Paredes shifted upfield. Grimaldo. Nico Williams. Grimaldo. Pedri. Subimendi. Out to the right. Tagliafico gets over and intercepts. Pedro Porro. And it's Porro. Fabian Ruiz providing an outlet on that flank. He's got options in the book. Up he goes! And the header is disappointing in the end. And the half-time whistle goes. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Argentina leading 1-0 at the break. And we are back underway. Argentina carrying a one-goal lead.
Spain clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
De Paul. De Paul with the cross. Subimendi. Pedri. Aim forwards. Otamendi cuts it out. Great defending, strong and determined. The normal. Grimaldo. Grimaldo chooses to go cross-field. Fabian Ruiz. Subimendi. And here's Pedri. Pedri knocks it out wide. Paredes, gently done. Subimendi. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. McAllister, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Romero. Tagliafico. Otamendi. Paredes. Otamendi played up towards the front line. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Now it's Alvarez. Now it's Garnacho. Alvarez. And Messi! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
The ball is short. A chance to play it in. waiting for it. And here's Garnacho. And it's Paredes. Fabian Ruiz. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro played over towards the opposite flank. Messi proves just a little bit too strong. Montiel. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Romero makes the interception. And it's played forward. Messi. Montiel. And he welcomes it in. De Paul. Al-Kubasi is there and he can get that clear. Fabian Ruiz. Spain getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress. Argentina are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Pedro Porro. Oh, it's played into the area. Paredes. Quality ball. Messi is onto it in a flash. Kubasi. McAllister. De Paul. Nico Williams. Pedri. Nico Williams. That's tidy. Subimendi. It's run loose here. Out towards the flank. And he's heaved it away. Spain have reclaimed it. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Raya, long ball by the goalkeeper. Montiel. Paredes. McAllister. Romero. De Paul. Montiel. Messi. Grimaldo wins the duel this time. Oh, super find. Now it's Morata. Morata. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. And it's Ruiz. Pedri ploughing through the middle. And he shoots! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Otamendi forwards and with intent. Paredes, gently done. Alvarez, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Fabian Ruiz. Played towards the other side. Zaragoza. Grimaldo. Here's a chance! Danger averted for now. And it's hoisted clear. Succumbs to the pressure. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Oh, he's found support out wide. Referee's given a throw. Fabian Ruiz. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Paredes. McAllister. Garnacho. Tagliafico. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Yamal. Morata knocks it out wide. Hit into the middle. Paredes. McAllister. Tagliafico. Crosses it in here. Cleared away. Showing good feet. Played into the middle. Header! Lenormand getting this one clear. And he's had a shot! Goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Argentina are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And here's Yamal. Yamal, crossing. Oh, smashing header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Morata really isn't happy with himself after that, having done so well to get on the end of it too.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
That has been cut short. Rain starting to fall here. It has been looking that way for a little while. Montiel. Now it's Messi. Alvarez! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Argentina find a position of real strength now.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Zaragoza, Grimaldo, probing pass. Nice control. Fabian Ruiz. And here's Morata, chance for a shot! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
They've played it short. Hits it first time! And again! They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Argentina clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Montiel. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Ruiz. Now it's Garnacho. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Argentina ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Oh, it's come loose! Otamendi. That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Alvarez. Played into space out wide. Messi. Grimaldo does really well to win the ball there. Spain are making a change now.
You know, he can't really have any complaints at being withdrawn. There must have been at least 5 efforts at goal that were underwhelming.
McAllister. Cross goes in there. Al-Kubasi tries to clear. Great defending, strong and determined. Garnacho looking to get on the end of this. That's very neat. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Alvarez, and the shot! That's going to go a long way. Zaragoza. And it's Perez. Perez spread out to the left. 5 minutes left on the clock. Zubimendi. Fabian Ruiz. Pedri. Zubimendi. Pedri. And here's Perez. Pedro Porro, drilled in low. Now that's a fine challenge. Romero, McAllister. Moved on forwards. Paredes. McAllister. De Paul. Otamendi. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Pau Kubasi cuts it out. Pedri. Grimaldo. And he goes cross-field. Garnacho. Muscular approach does pay off here. Pedro Porro. Fabian Ruiz. Zubimendi. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Yamal. And the counter is on. Alvarez. Can he get onto this? Garnacho. Garnacho! And he should have made it 4. And the keeper beats it away. Zaragoza can get it clear. Now it's Perez. Otamendi wins the duel this time. Messi. Alvarez. Now it's Garnacho. Now it's De Paul. Alvarez on 2 now and looking for 3. Can he latch on to this? Garnacho. Yamal. And that is that. Argentina looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Argentina definitely approached the game in the right way. A nice mix-up of tactics, constantly keeping their opponents guessing. And it was just a lovely show of adaptability. And I just really liked what I saw here.
Well, that's it from us. Thanks very much, Jim. It's a very good day to you from both of us. Well, we're on the way. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I think this fella, Alex Grimaldo, is about as attacking as a modern-day fullback can be. And the game has changed to really suit that for many a fullback in the modern game. Once upon a time, fullbacks would generally hold their position, but now they're given license to get forward and make crazy runs, even into the box, getting in centre-forwards positions at times.
Okay, interesting. De Paul. Paredes. Alvarez. Over to the left. Clipped into space. Zubimendi. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. Played towards the other side. Grimaldo. Now it's Williams. Showing good feet. And it's Pedri. And here's Nico Williams. Cross climbs up big. And the header is disappointing in the end.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
De Paul. Messi. Otamendi. Messi. And that's put paid to a promising move. Nico Williams. Now it's Williams. Pedri. Nico Williams. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Alvarez. De Paul. Moved on forwards. Nico Williams. And it's Pedri. Messi. Otamendi. Montiel. Played through for the wide man. De Paul. Bullish header! Oh, couldn't quite control it.
Spain, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Spain have reclaimed it. Montiel. De Paul. Montiel. Montiel shifted upfield. Al Kubasi gets it away. Lenormand. Pedri. Grimaldo. Lenormand forwards and with intent. That's the throw. And it's Grimaldo. De Paul. Tagliafico. Garnacho.
Spain look very much like they've set themselves up to absorb here. It's going to be difficult to try and find space between the lines.
Paredes, gently done. Subimendi. And it's come back to the keeper.
Well, I'm starting to see much more movement off the ball now, Peter, which is obviously a big plus.
And surely more options then for the man on the ball.
Well, you would think so, and I think also we're going to see them just wear their opposition down and force mistakes. They can be quite relentless.
Now it's Yamal. And it's played forward. Now it's Alvarez. Paredes. De Paul. That has been cut short. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Nico Williams. Searching pass he's played there. Now that's well seen too. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Alvarez chasing after it.
Alvarez really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Romero. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Montiel. And here's the Paul. And he whips it across. Too much distance on that. And here's Alvarez. And the shot! Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front. that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Argentina have fired themselves in front.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Rain starting to fall here. It has been looking that way for a little while. Pau Kubasi, and he goes cross-field. Paredes. Garnacho. Played with finesse. Alvarez! Denied by an instinctive save.
Alvarez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Pedri. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Yamal. And it's Morata. Montiel. Messi. Otamendi. De Paul. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Subimendi. Pedri. And here's Morata. It's Morata! Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. And he's going direct. And it's Pedri. That is lovely. Subimendi. Fabian Ruiz. And here's Nico Williams. Williams. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Otamendi. Otamendi goes forward. Pedri. Nico Williams. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Yamal. Pedri. And here's Nico Williams. The normal. And it's Grimaldo. Now it's Williams. Pedri. It's run loose here. McAllister, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. He's shifting through the gears here. Now it's Garnacho. Pedro Porro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's really well manoeuvred. Garnacho. And here's Alvarez. Fabian Ruiz. Kubasi. Grimaldo. Nico Williams. That's good play. Pedri. Fabian Ruiz. And he shoots! Oh, he's really drilled it. Romero. Paredes, aim forwards. Pedro Porro. Grimaldo, gently done. Subimendi. Fabian Ruiz. He's going to be disappointed with that. Alvarez. Paredes. Fabian Ruiz. Zubimendi shifted upfield. Yamal. And it's Ruiz. Pedro Porro. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. That's tidy. Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz plays it in. Back in once more. Otamendi clears, chance for a shot! And for a moment, time stood still.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Paredes. De Paul. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Kubasi. Argentina, half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. Cross goes in there. And he's there to clear it. And here's Alvarez. Kubasi. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Pedri. Subimendi. And it's Ruiz. And the shot! Martinez. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Pedro Porro tries a cross. Paredes forwards and with intent. Now it's Alvarez. Yamal. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. Fabian Ruiz receives it in a wide position, and that's been well dealt with. Messi looking understandably energised after his goal. Messi. Montiel. Oh, he's found support out wide. And here's Messi. McAllister out to the right. Montiel is fouled. Pedri gets his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
We all love a tryer,
Peter, but the wiser choice would have been ball into box.
Morata is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Otamendi. Long ball looking to counter. Oh, Red, nice interception. He's away! Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Argentina, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Argentina carrying a one-goal lead. Tagliafico. De Paul. Garnacho chasing after it. And the pass is intercepted. Garnacho is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
McAllister. Garnacho. Otamendi. And that's really well manoeuvred. And it's Messi. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He is just caressing the ball. Pedro Porro, and the cross cut. There's the header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Out to the left it goes. He is through here. Pedro Porro does really well to win the ball there. Fabian Ruiz. Montiel. Paredes. Tagliafico. Kubasi. Fabian Ruiz. And he cuts out the supply. Tagliafico. Romero. Tagliafico. Garnacho. Tagliafico. Moved on forwards. He can get that clear. Montiel. De Paul. Montiel. Pedri wins the duel this time. And And that pass just didn't quite work. McAllister. Tagliafico. And it's played forward. Now it's Morata. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Fabian Ruiz. Aim forwards. And here's Morata. Yamal. Yamal played out towards the right wing. Lobbed in behind. It's out for a goal kick. Paredes. Tagliafico. Still just a single goal between the sides. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And here's Alvarez. Garnacho. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Grimaldo. Pedri. Lenormand shifted upfield. Well read, and the danger is averted. McAllister. Paredes. Romero, who's gone direct here. Pedri. Pedri laid out to the left flank. De Paul. Paredes. That's really well manoeuvred. Nice interception, well timed. Pedri. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Zaragoza. Grimaldo. And here's Morata! Montiel. Messi. Alvarez, who's set up one goal so far. Messi looking to get on the end of this. And a chance! It goes to show he is human after all.
They're probably getting frustrated by the lack of chances, I suppose.
Pau Kubasi, gently done. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. Fabian Ruiz. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's Pedri. Now it's Zaragoza. Pedri. Romero tries to clear.
Spain really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Moved on forwards. Pedro Porro. Montiel. Otamendi. De Paul. Otamendi, early ball out from the back. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Fabian Ruiz. Lenormand chooses to go cross-field. Yamal forwards and with intent. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Garnacho is onto it in a flash. McAllister. Tagliafico. Paredes. That pass has been well intercepted. Cleared without complication. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Fabian Ruiz looks to the other side. And it's Grimaldo. Chance to shoot! Paredes, gently done. Zaragoza. Zubimendi. Martinez claims comfortable. Now it's Messi. Messi carries the ball down the right. He's having a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Paredes. Otamendi. Messi. Alvarez. He's got away. De Paul. He has found the way through. Looking for a decent ball in. Montiel. Now here's the delivery. Argentina can make their change now with a break in play. Zubimendi. Into the last quarter of an hour. De Paul. Nice physical challenge.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Pedri, and it's played forward. Paredes, aim forwards. Now it's Alvarez. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Grimaldo Head over towards the opposite flank. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro puts them all in. Tries to get it clear. Yamal.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Yamal. Out towards the flank. Fabian Ruiz.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Simeone. That's really well manoeuvred. Now that's a fine challenge.
Argentina clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Spain keep the ball but can't do anything meaningful with it. Lenormand shifted upfield. McAllister. Grimaldo. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Zaragoza looking to run onto it. That's a throw. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Referee has seen that as a dive.
Well, he knows very well that was never a foul. He has made himself look ridiculous.
Hoisted upfield by the keeper. De Paul. Now it's Alvarez. And here's Messi. De Paul. De Paul with the cross.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Moved on forwards. And here's Messi. And it's Messi. And here's De Paul. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Zaragoza gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Oh, that's well done, really robust. I think we're just about done here. Perez, Yamal, now it's Yamal, and the finish! Oh, denied, brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's been taken short. Gets it away. And that's a throw. And it's Grimaldo. Oh, sweet feet. Pedri. Zaragoza. Zaragoza's cross. What a throw in. Fabian Ruiz. Decent chance! And here's Perez. Yamal. Now it's Yamal. Oh, that's a fine challenge. De Paul. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal.